This is episode 5 of the 7-part series, The Roots of Bitcoin. If you have watched the previous episodes, you already understand something fundamental. Bitcoin is not held together by price, hype, or belief. It is held together by rules, incentives, and mathematics. Today we explore a route that many people misunderstand, a route that looks chaotic from the outside, but once understood, reveals why Bitcoin can evolve without leaders, companies, or institutions. This route is open source and community. Deep roots are not reached by the frost, and this one runs deeper than most people realize. At first glance, open source sounds simple. The code is public. Anyone can read it, anyone can copy it, anyone can suggest changes. To outsiders, this sounds like weakness. No control, no authority, no ownership. Just thousands of people with opinions. But Bitcoin turns this assumption upside down. In Bitcoin, open source is not about speed, it is about safety, not about innovation for its own sake, but about protecting a monetary system that must not break. There is no CEO who decides what Bitcoin should become. There is no foundation that controls its direction. There is no company that can push an update to millions of users overnight, and that is intentional. Bitcoin is conservative by design, changes are slow, painfully slow by modern tech standards, and that slowness is not a flaw, it is a defense mechanism. Every line of Bitcoin's code is exposed to the world, not hidden behind patents or corporate walls. Anyone can inspect it, anyone can criticize it, anyone can try to break it. This means mistakes are not buried, they are discovered, discussed, and fixed in public. In most systems, bugs are liabilities. In Bitcoin, bugs are stress tests, because when thousands of independent developers examine the same code, errors are found faster, security assumptions are challenged harder, and hidden backdoors become nearly impossible. There is a saying in open source software, given enough eyes, all bugs are shallow. Bitcoin takes this principle to the extreme. But here is the crucial part. Open source alone does not change Bitcoin. Bitcoin changes only if the community agrees. Anyone can propose an improvement. These proposals are called Bitcoin Improvement Proposals, or BIPs. They are public documents, written openly, discussed openly, and honestly criticized mercilessly. Ideas are not accepted because of status. They are accepted because they survive scrutiny. Most proposals fail, many are rejected, some take years to mature. And that is exactly how it should be. Bitcoin is money, and money should not change easily. Even when a proposal is technically sound, it still does not become part of Bitcoin automatically. Because, writing code does not equal control. Bitcoin has no update button. Miners do not control Bitcoin. Developers do not control Bitcoin. Exchanges do not control Bitcoin. Governments do not control Bitcoin. Users do. Every Bitcoin node independently verifies the rules. And every node operator decides which software to run. If a change violates the rules they care about, they simply do not adopt it. This is why Bitcoin is not governed by voting, it is governed by exit. You do not convince Bitcoin by force, you convince it by persuasion. This creates an extraordinary dynamic. Developers must propose changes that are backwards compatible, safe, and clearly beneficial. Anything controversial faces resistance, anything risky faces rejection. This is why Bitcoin evolves slowly, and this is why Bitcoin survives. Now let us address a common misunderstanding. If Bitcoin is open source, why can't someone just copy it and make a better version? They can. And actually many have. These are called forks. But copying code does not copy trust. It does not copy history. It does not copy security. And it does not copy community consensus. Bitcoin's value is not in the code alone, it is in the coordination around that code. Forks act as pressure valves, they allow experimentation without forcing change, they allow disagreement without breaking the system. If a group truly believes a different path is better, they are free to take it. Bitcoin does not chase them. Bitcoin does not fight them. Bitcoin simply continues. This is not fragmentation, this is resilience. In centralized systems, disagreement leads to power struggles. In Bitcoin, disagreement leads to parallel experimentation. The market decides what matters. Another critical aspect of Bitcoin's community is incentives. No one is paid to promote Bitcoin. No one is rewarded for loyalty. No one receives equity for contributing. Developers contribute because they believe in the system, because they care about sound money, because they understand the consequences of getting it wrong. This filters out bad incentives. There is no rush to ship features, no pressure to impress investors, no marketing deadlines. Bitcoin developers optimize for correctness, not popularity. And because the code is open, anyone can audit not only the software, but also the motivations behind proposed changes. This transparency makes capture extremely difficult. Now compare this to traditional finance, or to corporate blockchains, or to centrally governed cryptocurrencies. Roadmaps are decided behind closed doors, updates are pushed top-down, users are expected to trust. Bitcoin reverses this entirely. Trust is replaced by verification, authority is replaced by consensus, and leadership is replaced by responsibility. Bitcoin's community is not a crowd, it is a filter. Only ideas that survive intense public scrutiny make it through. Only changes that respect the core rules are adopted. Everything else is ignored. This is why Bitcoin does not need a headquarters, why it does not need a spokesperson, why it does not need permission. It grows through contribution, through review, through restraint. And this is deeply unsettling to centralized power structures, because you cannot subpoena a community. You cannot lobby open source. You cannot buy consensus. You can only participate. Bitcoin's evolution is slow, but it is deliberate. And that deliberateness is its strength. Every upgrade that survives is battle-tested. Every change that reaches adoption has earned it. Bitcoin is not frozen, it is careful. And in a world of fast-moving technology and fragile systems, carefulness is revolutionary. Open source and community ensure that Bitcoin belongs to no one, and therefore can serve everyone. No CEO, no headquarters, just code and contribution. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. This was episode 5 of The Roots of Bitcoin. In the next episode, we explore a root that is often overlooked, yet fundamental. How Bitcoin does not just record transactions, but creates a global, decentralized structure of time itself. Episode 6, Time Chain and Timestamps. If you prefer clarity over chaos, subscribe and join the sharp side.